Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 9 with the Seattle Kraken. It is playoff time, and you can see we finished second in the Western Conference. We had a really good year, though. 51, 25, and 6. The Stars, though, just a bit better. You can see gave up just a few fewer goals, scored a few more, and they finished with the best record in the Western Conference. Overall, I'm fine with the way the season ended. We had a rough stretch there in January and February, but played well in March and April and walked away with the Pacific again. Pasternak finishes fourth in the NHL in points, leads the NHL in goals. So a really nice bounce back season for Pasta after last. I mean, we talk about last year, he scored 70 points in 80 games. We're talking about what a disaster it was. 54 goals this season, 101 points and 82 game rating. Elite. Connor Bedard finishes fifth in assists, and Eric Portillo sixth in goals again. So if we take a look at the team stats for the season, our top line. Oh, that's right. Pasta's hurt. I forgot about that as well. He said he's down for 2 to 3 weeks. So he's probably going to miss the first round of the postseason. Hopefully we can adapt. But our top line was, the best line in hockey, right? Bedard, Lundell, and Pasternak. So Anton Lundell's first season with Seattle, 92 points in 81 games, a career high 92 points, 37 goals, 55 assists, a plus 47. He was just amazing. Our second line, Bratt and Beniers were fine. 50 points, 53 points. Maybe would like to see a little bit more scoring out of Matty Beniers, but I'll take 53 and 52 out of our two wingers. We brought in Dawson Mercer, and he was just okay. Probably not going to bring him back next season. Our other trade deadline acquisition was Alexander Campbell. He is somebody we brought back. 5 years, $6 million contract, so about $30 million a year there. Will Sharp has kind of cemented himself as our top defenseman. Really going forward, he had a really nice year. 48 points. It's a plus 42. Shea Theodore continues to truck along at age 32. His contract is up in a couple of seasons. Matthew Joseph continues to play good defensive hockey. Emil Hemming had a 20-goal season at age 21. You like to see that. David Kampf, still a defensive guy, 56% at the faceoff dot. You like that. Keandre Miller was okay. He was fine, given what he was a plus 20. Travis Sanheim only a plus 4 on the year, only 25 points on the season. His contract goes for another couple years. Yeah, it's only 4.8, so it's not a ridiculous contract. Philip Hronek's contract is up at the end of the year. Luke Coughlin, we brought in at the trade deadline. He's day-to-day. He had 11 points in 18 games. He's going to be on the back end for a long time. He signed to a 4-year contract that's cheap. Look at that. $1.3 million next season. Kiwi Haru ended up playing 73 games. 67 games. But again, part of the long-term answer at defense. Parker Rondo, 42 games, 17 points. Barton we brought in as our 7th defenseman, and he actually played pretty well. We have him signed up next year at just $750,000, which is nice. Martin we signed as a free agent right at the beginning of free agency last year, 8 points in 13 games. Jutinen we called up because of injury, and he had 3 points in his first 2 games. Goalie-wise, Portillo, good season, 2.57 and a 9.12. Wolf was just okay, 2.75 and a 9.07. So as we look forward, because I don't want to get beyond this season already, but Dawson Mercer's contract is going to come off the books. We're already right at the cap. So we are going to have to make some moves. And I think we're going to look at like Pavel Zacha is likely a trade candidate. Dawson Mercer's gone. Ryan O'Reilly's probably gone. David Kampf is probably gone. There is one name in free agency that I'm going to go all out for here. And I've talked about improving our defense, and that's Moritz Seider. Moritz Seider is a potential free agent this year, and assuming Detroit doesn't re-sign him, I'm going to throw the book at him. So that may require us to clear some space to make that happen. Goaltender wise, could be a potential issue for us as well, but we do have Emil Vinny who's coming along. He's up to 2-star, 4.5-star. Not quite ready yet, but maybe another off season he'll be ready to go next year. Yeah, so that's sort of the plan. And we do have a first round pick this year for the first time ever, so we might be able to use that to sort some stuff out. So we are about ready to go. So we're gonna go up to the NHL playoffs. And again, we'll do what we always do. So if it's a long postseason run, this episode will just be the postseason. If it's a short playoff run, we'll do the off season. All right, so Coughlin is ready, and Miller. So we're going to be healthy on the back end. Our Coughlin's not quite ready yet, but Miller. As you can hear, I'm still dealing with the cough, so I had to call into my doctor to see if there's anything else that she can do or if I need to just deal with it for the rest of my life. All right, so we're taking on Anaheim here, and we're still without Pasta for a week or two. If we take a look at the Ducks, 41, 32, and 9. Statistically, led by Trevor Zegras, 81 points in 79 games. Jackson Lacombe, wow, 71 points in 82 games out of a defenseman. Jacob Perreault, Mason McTavish, Drake Murray, Jamie Drysdale. They got a really good decor. Lacombe, Murray, Drysdale. And then a lot of average there. So yeah, I mean, they were okay, as evidenced by their 500 record. In theory, we should be better. Let's make sure our lines are set. Yeah, we're just going to keep Juntanen on that top line with Lundell and Bedard until Pasta's back. I don't want to jack with the other lines just to fix that one, and Bedard and Lundell should be fine there. So, all right, let's what do we have for goalie starts? Who started? Who's our starting goalie right now? Wolf. Want it to be Portillo. Goalie starts. Stick with the starter. Backup. Drop all those. Let's see how it goes. And I know the game's going to end up starting Wolf because that's what it does. But we will sim nonetheless. We win by a touchdown. We win by a touchdown. So Ryan O'Reilly's ready to come back. So leaving Juntanen on that top line worked out well as he had 3 assists. Grady Martin, Anton Lundell in the first. Bedard, Miller, Rondeau, Bratt in the second. Beniers in the third. And we get a shutout. And Portillo does get the start. Good. O'Reilly. Right, he's on the injured list. He's somebody I gotta move him next year for sure. Martin will come out. O'Reilly will go in. Make sure he's on the fourth line. He is. Make sure he's on the PK. He is. All right, next game. Yes, I know these players are all back. Oh, we got awards. Jack Adams, Nazardine, Oli the goalie is the starting. Is the head coach for the Caps. Peter DeBoer. The Ted Lindsay, Matthews, Makar, McDavid, Messier, McDavid, Carlson, Kachuk, Lady Bang, Cole Caulfield, John Carlson, William Nylander, Selke, Anton Lundell, Joby Baumuller, and Matthew Joseph. So we got 2 of the top 3 defensive forwards in the Selke. Executive Jason Spezza is the GM of the Caps. Pierre Dorian and Tony Gasparini. Calder Trophy, Brady Martin, Jace McFall, and Luca DiPasquo. Goalie for Carolina. Norris Trophy, Makar, Heiskin, and Dahlin. Vezina, Kemper, Sorokin, and Justice Anunin. The Hart Trophy, Matthews, Makar, McDavid. Guess your last name has to start with M in order to be eligible for the Hart Trophy. Game 2. Anaheim takes game 2 in Seattle 6-3. Not great. Hemming was 1-1 after 1. They scored 3 in that second period. Tillo gets the start. Not great. So we are going to have to win a game in Anaheim. Still waiting on Pasta to come back. Game 3 in Anaheim goes to the Kraken as we put up another touchdown. Yes, we will delay Kampf's injury treatment so that he can continue to play. Connor Bedard, 2 goals, 2 assists. Matthew Joseph, a goal and an assist. Lundell, a goal and an assist. Hemming and Lundell. We were actually down 3-2 after 2, but a 5-goal third period. Bedard, Sharp, Kiviaru, Joseph, and Bedard again. Hoping we get that note that Pasta will be back soon here. Game 4 as we look to take a commanding 3-1 series lead, and we do. We win 4-3. 2-2 after 1. Drysdale and Marin for them. Beniers and Sharp for us. In the second, Rondeau and Connor Bedard picks up his 5th goal in 4 games. Should be getting that note that Pasta will be ready soon. He's day-to-day now. All right. We look to end the series in 5 and give Pasta a chance to get healthy. Game 5 is a 2-1 Kraken win, and we do advance to the second round of the postseason. All the goal scoring in the first here. Troy Terry, a minute 10 into the game, but then Rondeau and Bratt. That would do it. Portillo stops 27 out of 28, and we take a 4-1 series victory over the Anaheim Ducks. Let's see who we're taking on in the next round as we look for a three-peat. And this break is nice. Winning in 5 is nice. It's going to give Pasta a chance to get healthy. He should be back for the second round. Excuse me. Yeah, the other series both went 7 games, which for us is good. Kick into May. Oh, I kicked to May 2nd, so I didn't get a chance to set. Well, not that I needed to change anything in my budget. I was going to leave it all the way it was. So, all right. Pasta is ready to play. Let's do that. So Jutinen's going to come out, even though he's played really well. Actually, does he come out? Put Pasta in for him. Yeah, Jutinen's going to stay on the bench. Make sure Pasta's still out there. Yep, he's on the top PK line. All right. All right, so we're taking on Edmonton. Let's get up to that next game. Oh, Hall of Fame nominee. Ooh, new click forms. Joseph, Kiviharu, Sanheim, and Zaka. All right, so what can we do about that? I don't care if people don't like Ryan O'Reilly. All right, so we got somebody off the click, so that's good. Kiviharu. Okay. Hall of Fame nominees. Which one of these? Wesley, Larmer, Smith, Eliash, Kovalev, Bellows, Hunter McCrimmon, Patrick, or Kevin Hatcher? We're going to go Bobby Smith. Oh, there's the man right there. Greatest two-way player in the history of the NHL. So I'm going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for Yager, and we'll see what else is available. We'll see who else is eligible at that point. But, all right, let's get to game 1. All right, so we're at game 1. Let's take a look at Edmonton really quickly. 45, 33, and 4. McDavid with 118 points. He's now 31 years old. Let's look at his career real quick. 31 years old. He has almost 1,400 points in 953 games. He scored 100 points or more in 7 of the last 8 seasons. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 100 points in 10 of his 13 seasons. Oof. What's his contract look like? 4 more years at about 11.5. It's a bargain. We didn't look at the rest of the team, though. Matthew Wood. Okay. 88 points in 81 games. Malcolm Spence, 69. Evan Bouchard. Anthony Cristoforo. Wow. 22-year-old defenseman. He looks really good. Darnell Nurse. Puliarvi. And they're okay. I don't think they've got good goaltending. I think that's part of their issues, right? Oh, wow. Oliver Rodriguez was really bad. Nedeljkovic was okay, but Rodriguez was really bad. All right, let's see how it goes. Game 1 at home against the Oilers is a 5-1 Kraken victory. The Blackhawks and the Coyotes are in the other half of this bracket. Interesting. Lundell with 2 goals and an assist. Pasta, his first postseason game back, has a goal and 2. Campbell, Pasta, Lundell in the first. Lundell, Bratt in the second. And in the third, Lundell and Bratt. Tillo gets the start. I saw Pasta was hurt again. He is only day-to-day, though. Okay, all right. To the next game. With a bruised chest. Game 2 now at home. A 7-2 victory. We are stamping Edmonton through 2 games here. That's 12-3 scoring. Anton Lundell, a goal in 5. That top line is just unstoppable. Pasta, 3 goals and an assist. Lundell, 1 goal, 5 assists. Connor Bedard, 4 assists. Pasta with a hat trick in the first. Pasta from Lundell and Theodore. Pasta from Lundell and Bedard. Pasta from Lundell, Kiwi-Haru in the second. Kiwi-Haru from Lundell and Bedard. Then Beniers and Theodore. And in the third, Lundell again. Wow. To the next game. Zaka ready to return to practice. That's fine. Next day, game 3 in Edmonton, and we lose. Edmonton comes back at home to take game 3 4-2. McDavid comes out strong, 2 goals and an assist. Anton Lundell has 2 more goals, but that's not enough. We held home ice, so let's see if we can take a 3-1 series lead here. We don't. Edmonton ties it at 2. All right, so we got a series on our hands here. It's 2-2 after 1. Lundell and Coughlin for us. They scored 2 in the second. Pugliarvi and Spence. Rondeau in the third, but it wasn't enough. All right. Game 5 at home. Big game here is a 2-1 overtime win. So we do pick up that third victory of the series. We need 1 more. Campbell with 2 assists. Matthew Joseph in the no scoring in the first. Joseph from Rondeau and Campbell. Barron would score for them, and then in overtime, Dawson Mercer makes an appearance, gets the overtime winner 5 minutes in. All right, game 6 now in Edmonton. Can we advance to the Western Conference Finals? We do. With a 3-2 victory over Edmonton in 6 games. Theodore on the power play from Campbell and Lundell. Pugliarvi scores in the second. In the third, Bratt from Mercer and Sharp. They would get it even about a couple minutes later. And then Pasternak, the 9:04 mark of the third. 26 out of 24 shots stopped by Portillo. And we do advance to the Western Conference Finals again, where we will be taking on either Arizona or Chicago. Arizona, the Coyotes, are the only things standing in the way. Coyotes 39, 33, and 10. They were under 500 on the season, yet they are in the Western Conference Finals. They were led by Braden Yeager in his 61 points. Matthias Maselli, 60 and 62. Clayton Keller, now 29 years old, 59 points. Nick Schmalz, now 32. Reese Peachke had 20 goals. Yeah, I mean, they had 2 30-goal scorers and a lot of balanced scoring, but not, I hate to say it should be an easy series, but it should be an easy series. Gibson Homer, really good. Look at that. Goals saved above average, 15.07. Connor Ingram, not great. I don't know who's going to get the start. My guess is that it's going to be Homer. And let's just go. Game 1 at home against Arizona. 5-0 Kraken win. Tillo pitches the shutout. Theodore, goal and 2. Pasta, 2 goals. Bedard, Theodore, Pasta. And then in the third, Coughlin. Goal. Game 2. Oh, Arizona comes back with a 5-0 win the other way. I don't even need to look at the box score for that one. Nothing good comes out of that game. So again, we lose home ice advantage. So we do have to win a game here in Arizona, and we don't. We're now down 2-1 here. Arizona, the Coyotes with a 2-1 series lead here over the Kraken. They were up 3-0, 4-0. We were able to get a couple back, but we weren't able to get any closer. All right, we need this win here. We get this win here, we get home ice back, or we drop, or we go down 3-1. Let's put them on the active roster. And we'll send Jutin down for now. All right, if we lose this game, we're down 3-1. If we win the game, we take home ice back. We lose again, and these games haven't even been close. We've been getting we've been handled pretty easily here by this Coyotes team. We now have to win 3 games in a row. It starts with game 5 at home. Can't win 4 games until you win your second. So let's see what happens here in game 5 at home. We win 7-1. All right. We do bounce back. So we get a goal from Zaka. He gets the start, gets the goal. They tie it, and then Lundell, Pasta, Beniers, Lundell, Kiviharu, and Beniers in the third. And we are now without Kampf. So we need to put, I guess we just go back to Coachella. We call up Jutinen. Back to Seattle. Replace Kampf. Jutinen, put Kampf on the injured list. All right. So game 6, we need game 6. If we can take game 6, we got a winner take all game 7 at home. Here we go. Game 6 at Arizona, and we lose. So that ends our attempt at the three-peat as we lose to the 38, 33, and 10 Arizona Coyotes in the Western Conference Finals. Interesting. So it looks like it's going to be Ottawa and Arizona in the Stanley Cup Final. A TV director or an NHL dream there, as you got the 2 huge markets of Glendale, Arizona, and Ottawa. Yeah, so there definitely were some cracks in our team this year. Offensively, we were fine. We didn't need any more scoring than we had. But I think defensively we could use some help, and I think goaltender-wise we could use some help. So those are going to be kind of our plans here. We have to sacrifice the offense here a little bit to improve the defense, which is why, assuming Seider doesn't get re-signed by Detroit, I'm just going to go all in, and whatever it takes to get him, I'm going to sign him, and then we'll kind of backtrack from there and figure out who we need to cut in order to get our financial situation where it needs to be. Because we've got a bunch of young players that we can call up, to fill kind of those bottom six positions if we need to. But I think we do the off season, or at least we go through the draft. We do free agency in the draft here. New click forms. Another new click. Team Harmony. All right, so we were able to get somebody off the click. Matty Beniers, good. All right, Hall of Fame voting. Well, this is going to be an easy one. Treats Bergeron, Jaromir Jagr. Maybe it's not going to be easy. I always liked Roman Hammerlick. I don't know that he's going to make it, but I always liked Roman Hammerlick. And then we'll go Theo Fleury. Jagr, Bergeron, Fleury, and Hammerlick. I'm good with that. All right, let's get to the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Right now it's tied at 1. Can the Coyotes, a sub-500 team, win the Stanley Cup final? Right now they're down 2-1 to Ottawa, who did have the best record in the NHL this year. Active roster. 2-2. Arizona hanging tough. The Arizona Coyotes are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup final. Ooh, Ottawa ties it at 3. Game 7 goes to the Arizona Coyotes. So at least we lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champion. The Arizona Coyotes took out the Avalanche in 6. They swept the Blackhawks. They took us in 6, and then they beat the Senators in 7. Wow. Ottawa Senators are the Stanley Cup champions. They finished as the number 7 seed. Yeah, so the Western Conference quarterfinals were the 7 and the 8 seed, Arizona and Chicago. Good for the Coyotes. Good for the Coyotes. Let's get up to the NHL awards. This should sim relatively quickly getting up to that date. I'll pause when we kick over to July 1st. It's like a 5-minute delay as the season kicks over to the following year. I mean, yeah, all in all, I wouldn't say it was a bad season. You make the Western Conference Finals, you lose to the eventual Stanley Cup champions, but there were some, I don't want to say troubling signs, but there were some signs, right? I mean, maybe defensively we gave up more goals than we would like, and I don't know if that's a function of the goaltending or the defense, but I figure if we can bring in someone like Seider to be our number 1 for the next, 8-9 years and put him along Will Sharp and just say, go do, and then maybe we move Sanheim or something like that to free up the money that we're going to need, because we're going to attempt to sign Seider, and it's going to put us over the cap. It's just going to. Let's, I want to, anybody here that we need to sign? That's not where I want to go. I want to go here. Signing deadline. What year are we in? 2028. So Knack, we have to sign. Nyman, I think we sign him and maybe try to use him as a trade chip. Anybody else that has to be signed? Vlasov has to be signed as well. All right, then everybody else, I think we're good. Leshuvnov has to be signed by August of 2028. Okay, so he's got to be signed next year. All right. Award ceremony. The Hart Trophy goes to Connor McDavid, no surprise. Conn Smythe, Gibson Homer. Calder Trophy goes to Brady Martin, 51 points in 74 games. Norris to Heiskanen. The Selke goes to Matthew Joseph, so he's been with the team for 2 years. He's won 2 Selke Awards. Vezina, Sorokin, Executive of the Year to Pierre Dorian of Ottawa. And Nasreddine wins the best coach. All right. So we'll get to the 30th. Hopefully sign those players. We get some points. Player management is up to a 20. You notice how I just dumped everything into player management last year. Now we can start focusing on the coaching ratings. Let's put some there. Let's put some there. And let's start spending some time on tactics. All right. So I'm going to pause the recording here. I'm going to sim ahead to July 1st, and we will come back and we will get this off season started. Right back. All right. We are back. We had a scout retire. Okay, so let's take a look at our scouting. I think we're still going to be pretty good everywhere, yeah. Oh, we need scouts in Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Okay. So let's take a look at some Eastern European scouts. Some people that aren't necessarily super old. Here we go. Kamil Zakharov. Him. That takes care of Eastern Europe. We still need, we're still not maxed out. So let's see if we can find Russia, Slovakia. Yeah, right there. Patrick Major, we'll hire him. That gets Should get the rest of Eastern Europe up to 20s across the board. We still got to do Western Europe. US is 20s across the board. Canada's 20s across the board. All right, so Western Europe now. Southwest Finland, sure. We're still not maxed out, so I do want additional scouts in here. That's Switzerland, right? Yeah. Luis Rochat. Does that get us to 20? That should, because he's right in the middle. Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're good scouting wise. Let's look at our staff to make sure no one's retired. We did. We lost our defensive coach and our skill coach and our trainer. Okay. So let's find. Excuse me. Training. So we need a defensive coach. So we want someone who's good at coaching defense, defensive skills, and prospects. So we got Quade Anderson's excellent, good, below average. Philip Kluda, excellent, excellent. I mean, he's excellent, excellent, but he's 60. Excellent, excellent, below average. That doesn't help. Excellent, very good, very poor. That doesn't help. Let's filter. Owner, assistant coach, scout. Oh, no, we want assistant coaches in there. Excuse me. I mean, Quade Anderson's right now, I mean, he's below average. So, I mean, I think the 60-year-old Philip Kluda is the best option right now. Let's see what else we got. Below average, below average, below average. Dmitry Dororin is excellent at coaching defense, good at prospects, and above average at defensive skills. You got Gord Murphy, excellent at defense, above average at prospects. Right there. Sean O'Donnell, excellent, very good, great. Hire as an assistant coach. Then we needed a skills coach, right? Let's go ahead and make O'Donnell defensive coach. We need a skill coach, so physical training, and then we need a trainer. Excuse me. Owner, general manager, so physical, so we need offensive skills and physical training. We have any excellence and excellence or excellence and greats? No, we've got Will Koch, or Koch. Alexei Nimick. What is his? Player management's only a 9. That's not great. Player management is a 7. Let's filter. I want to look at So Ryan Craig is great offensive skills, very good physical skills. He's got 50 up. He's the one. There is an assistant coach. And we want to look at trainer ratings. Excuse me. We want to filter by trainers. And he's the one, right? I mean, so if we go to team stats, Herzog, and who was our Greg? Yeah, skill coach. All right. So now the annual budget. We can drop this down. Scouting, we need to leave where it is. I think we can probably drop morale down a little bit just to make sure we have some funds. Annual, do we want to make any changes? want to add to player development. And we'll use our budget, leave our budget the way it is. I don't think we're going to make any changes to the arena this year, maybe next year. All right, so let's save real quick. All right. So free agency. There he is. So we have no cap space, but we're not going to let that stop us, right? We're not going to let that stop us. So let's offer a contract. He wants 6 years at $11 million. I'll go one better. I'll give you 6 at, let's see, how do we want to do this? 11, 12, 13, 12, 11, and 10. No movement clause. Is that good enough? That's 66. 35. That's more than 66, I think. Cool. We're just going to jump right in. Just jump right in and just do what we got to do. And we will we'll make the trades as we need to make the trades. Yeah, we're gonna have to shave a crap ton off of our payroll, but I'm okay with that. Wyatt Pisarcik. Yep, we're gonna offer him a contract as well. All right. So let's sim ahead a day. I don't want to make any moves until we figure out what happens with Cider, because I don't want to trade players that we don't end up needing to trade. Yeah, but I'm just picturing a Sharp and Cider top pairing for the next 6 years and just drooling. Thinking about it. My guess is that contract's probably not going to be enough. My guess is Cider probably. Yeah, try harder. So we're the front runners. He wants 12. Fine. Give you an extra $1 million each year. Don't want any of these jobs. I don't normally, I mean, you guys know, I don't normally go big into free agency. Usually I pick up my big players via trade. Okay, so he's thinking about it. I think we're going to have to trade like 3 players in order to fit Cider under the cap. But that's okay. I'm all right with that. Still nothing. All right, let's look at our unsigned. That's something we should probably do here. Anybody we want to bring on? Yep, we'll bring on Gilly. We'll bring on Atchison. He's more of a depth guy at this point, but that's fine. Degenstein, yep. Bring in all these guys. Excuse me. And then the rest we'll just let Leshuvnov. He's just not ready. He was our number 1 pick a few years back, but he's just not ready. Oh no, he was our 7th round pick. Who am I thinking of? It's a 7th round pick in 2025, but he's just not ready. All right, let's sim ahead another day. See if we can get Cider, and then hopefully he signs before the draft. Maybe we can use some of these players we have for draft capital. Still nothing. Draft lottery. Let's take a look at that. Devils, Penguins, Panthers, Lightning, Canucks, Preds, Rangers, Canadians, Blues. The Bruins are going to move up. Sharks drop from 5 to 7. Jets drop from 5 to 4. Blue Jackets drop from 4 to 3. Minnesota drops from 2 to 4. Calgary drops from 1 to 3. The Bruins move up from 10 to 2. The Vegas Golden Knights have the top pick in the draft. And maybe we use our pick and, one of those players whose contracts are trying to move up. Is he still favoring our offer? He is. Okay. And we're $20 million over the cap right now. All right. Let's look at our cap hits here. All right. So Zaka. 6th round picks. The Bruins have the number 2 pick in the draft. Come on, what are we doing? Trade offer. Let's find a team in the East. Okay, let's try trading Zaka back to the Bruins. See if they have any interest in him. We get like a 4th. I think they will probably accept that offer. Can we get a 3rd? I think they will probably accept that offer. Can we get a 2nd? 2 week. I would like a 2nd because we don't have one. Oh, no, we do have a 2nd. Offer is 2 week. Just said you will probably accept that offer. We give you a 6th back. Interesting. What if we give you a 5th back? I don't really want to give up a 4th. Just, I guess maybe I do to move up to a 3rd. I'm okay with that, I guess. Interesting offer, but you have to increase the offer a little. All right, well, what about a 4th? Increase it a little. What about a 5th? Interesting. Huh. If a 6th is all week, can we get a 6th and a 7th? All right. And we do what we got to do, right? We need to clear some cap space here. All right. We trade Pavel Zacha. Defensively, we have 1, 2, 3. Well, we have 1. Hronik has got to go. Fine. 7th round pick from Pittsburgh. I'm okay with that. All right. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have 9 if we sign Sider. Any other contracts? Ryan O'Reilly was a contract we wanted to move. It's another player that we'll just trade for whatever. 7th, 7. Yeah, so it's a bunch of 7ths. Let's trade him to the Rangers. All right. So we just picked up a 6th and 2 7ths for Pavel Zacha, Ryan O'Reilly, and whoever the defenseman was. I can't even remember the other defenseman at this point. I still don't know if that's enough cap space, but we will see. All right, let's get to the draft. Yeah, not a great draft class. Not a great draft class, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 picks at the end of the draft. So let's just get to human and see what's left. Our scout wants us to take Bobby McCombie out of Michigan. It looks okay, I guess. Mock has him at 98. So yeah, we're not. Who does the mock have us taking? I guess that's. Mock has us taking Odin Helston. Interesting. All right, let's go to Scout Suggestion. Lyndon Weaver. Ugh, really bad. um, let's trade our pick. Like, let's try to trade a lot of our picks. To I don't know. Let's pick Chicago. Okay, Chicago's not that bad. Let's go and let's talk to Minnesota. Okay. So apparently Minnesota's not bad. What about the Rangers? It's too weak. What if I add in additional draft picks? What if I give you another fifth and another? What if I give you a fifth and another seventh? This is just that seems dumb. That seems dumb to trade that many picks for a first round pick next season. But I don't know. This draft just seems really crappy. Can we get next year's first for this? No. All right. Well, then we'll just use the picks. You want me to take McCombie? I'll take McCombie. All right. To the human, we have a second round pick. Scout wants us to take Lucas, Tibor Lukash. Kind of like Carl Lilja a little bit more. He's got some offensive ratings. He's really, really fragile, though. Number 39, skater. He's vulnerable in the legs and the head, which isn't ideal, but this is who they want us to take. 18-year-old. Sturdy. Number 4 European skater. Okay. I mean, sure. Fourth round now. Scout wants us to take Vasily Muratov. Decent offensive ratings. He's durable as well. Sure. I mean, we may just end up going with the scouts here. They've brought up some decent talent here so far, I guess. Now they want us to take Mads Lind out of ASU. 5'11", 202 pounds. Decent physical ratings. Freshman at Arizona State. It's fairly durable. On the Yeah, I mean, he's 158th on the draft list. We're taking him 158th. Now we got a bunch of 6th and 7ths. We have 3 6ths and 3 7ths. We're going to take Emil Hoagland, goalie there. Overager. Yeah, this is really bad. So bad, I think, that we're going to let the AI finish things up. Yeah, I don't care about my 6th and 7ths. CPU finish draft. All right. Really, this entire offseason comes down to whether or not we sign Seider, right? I mean, that's the entire issue here in our offseason. And that'll allow us to see where we are financially. And then I'll keep an eye on the trade block like I always do. And, and maybe there'll be a player in there that we can bring in if we can send some salary back. Because, I mean, the potential exists that as soon as we sign Seider, someone like Keandre Miller or even Travis Sanheim will have to go. Sanheim's probably the option, given that his contract is 3 years. All right, there we go. So we do sign Moritz Seider to a really, really expensive contract, 12 million, 13, 14, 13, 12, 11. That is a $12.5 million cap hit. Let's see where we stand financially. Yeah, we still have to cut a ton of cap space, I think. We are at 89. Yeah, we still got to cut about $8 million off our cap here. I think that means Sanheim. I think that means Sanheim. We do have time though. Like it's July 7th. So if we look at the trade block, anybody on the trade block that's not making a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, like we wouldn't be able to trade for Coolemans. Like, there's no way that the AI would. We go to Coolemans and we come here to Seattle. There's no trade clause. Of course he does. Lundell, but shut up. Okay. So we've got Seider, Theodore, Kiviaru, Barton, Sanheim. Yeah, we got a lot of defensemen. We brought in Knack, or Knack rather. He'll probably start in the minors. Zarsic, we brought in. Yeah, Miller can probably go too. So Miller, I would love, yeah. Okay. So I think, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. This video is about an hour long. So I'm going to spend the rest of the offseason trimming the roster and making sure we're salary cap compliant. What that probably means is we can probably say goodbye to old friend Travis Sanheim, who has put together a pretty solid 5-year run here with Seattle. But the ratings are starting to slip. The points are starting to slip. The plus minus is starting. He was a plus 73 in his second year with Seattle. So probably say goodbye to Travis Sanheim. Probably say goodbye to Keandre Miller. That's about $8.5 million there. We might have to say goodbye to David Kampf. Pasta's contract is up, so that's one we're going to have to readdress here this season. Matthew Joseph's contract is up. He's been with the team 2 years. He's won 2 Selke Awards. So, what do we want to do there? We have some decisions to make. Matty Benier's contract is going to be up shortly. So, we got to figure out the goaltending because Emil Vinny's not quite ready. Portillo was fine last year. Wolf wasn't. Maybe we go one more season with those guys. I mean, they're both UFAs, so both of their contracts are up. So we may have to figure out what to do financially, but we don't have a lot of money locked up in our defense. I mean, Kiviharu is going to get expensive. Sharp's going to get, I mean, those contracts are going to start to get expensive, but really, other than Seider, it's not terrible. There's going to be a lot to do. This is going to be a key offseason because we got Pasta, we've got Joseph, we've got Hemming, Rondeau, Kiviharu, Sharp, and we got a lot going on here, and our 2 goalies. So it's going to be a key offseason for us. Hopefully I can make some trades that will help us down the road. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.